Yeah.
Duncan, what's it like to be up with the national team?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a huge accomplishment for myself personally. It's something that I've wanted, since I was a young kid. Playing soccer growing up, watching the national team at the World Cup, and all the tournaments they play. So to be called up for a camp is definitely a huge accomplishment, and definitely really pushing me to want more.
Does it kind of hit you yet that you're wearing the USA representing the country?
I mean, it hit me when I played in the Olympic Games, but putting on the first team practice uniform, it's definitely a special feeling, and it's very exciting.
Does being here cause you at all to reflect on maybe what the last year and a half has been like?
Yeah, it was definitely funny to hear that the camp was here in Orlando and we're practicing here. So yeah, it's definitely good to be back at the home where I had a great season last year and grew as a player. And this is kind of the place where it all began for me, the journey. So it's definitely good to be back, and yeah, no complaints about being back in Orlando.
You obviously spent some time with the 23s. Can you remember what you kind of felt when you got that call, when they told you, hey, we want you in for this camp? Do you remember this feeling at all?
Yeah, that feeling was amazing. The Olympics is something that everyone wants to be a part of, every young athlete. So to get that call and to get the recognition and the opportunity was definitely a huge part of the what I've wanted for a long time. So yeah, it was a great feeling to get that call.
What do you think about this group, getting to know these guys, new kind of teammates?
I mean, yeah, there are definitely some familiar faces, we've seen throughout the past year. So it's good to see some of these guys. Some of them were on the Olympic camp with me. So, yeah, it's a great group of guys, a bunch of talent, talented group. We've been working hard the past couple of days, so it's been seeing some good things. So we'll hope to keep it going over the next week or so.
How important is this year going to be for you, obviously for club and country, to make sure you go into the Olympics in good form?
Yeah, it's a big year, had a good first year, so trying to build off that and do better than I did the previous year. But yeah, club and country, there's a lot of big opportunities, a lot of tournaments for both club and country that are important to both their respective selves. So yeah, going to try and compete the best I can for all those, both club and country. But yeah, I hope it's a good year.
What are you looking for your experience over the next week and a half, just in terms of what are you trying to learn, trying to kind of get better at?
Yeah, I'd say I'm trying to leave a good impression to the coaches over from my abilities of what I can do. Definitely trying to learn as much as possible and keep my be open to criticism and learn as much as I can, because there's a lot of guys here that are more experienced than me, and there's not a lot of knowledge I can gain from them. So just trying to learn as much as possible this next week.
How's it been working with the coaching staff?
It's been great. They're a great staff. They learn a lot. It's just. I mean, yeah, they're a great staff. It's good film sessions, great practice so far. So it's been amazing.
You talked about competing for country or competing for Team USA being like a dream when you're a kid, right? Growing up playing soccer. Can you just elaborate on that? Like, as you're a kid, like how much are you looking forward to that? Wanting to get to that stage, wanting to wear Team USA.
I mean, yeah, you watch I'm sure everyone on this team, when they're watching the World Cup and when they were younger, they're like, oh, I want to do that one day, and I want to play in that game. That's what I want to be. And to have an opportunity to get the first call up for a camp is definitely a step in the right direction. So just to get that first call up it means the world to me, and I'm gonna take it as quickly as I can and try and leave a good impression on the coaches.
I know you said that, so did Coach, but like the World Cup is obviously the pinnacle for men's soccer, but to be able to compete at the Olympic stage as a possibility as well, like what would that mean?
I mean, anytime you can put on the USA uniform and compete for them is definitely a huge. It means a lot. Putting on this jersey means so much to me, and even the first 2 times I put it on in an Olympic camp, it meant something different to me. So to be able to, anytime I can put this jersey on, it would mean the world to me.
How was your off-season, by the way? I mean, it was rather short.
Yeah.
I think a month off, and you're white and blue.
It was good. It was relaxing for the most part. I had to stay in somewhat good shape and work out, but it was good to go back to Nebraska and see my friends and family again. But yeah, it was a good break for sure.
Does this give you a little bit of a momentum getting into preseason with Orlando City, that you're already here, you're training fully before you go into club season?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely good to be back on the field and back in the weather early. Got a great group of guys here that are helping me get ready. I mean, I'm learning a lot from these guys as well, so I think I'll come into preseason with Orlando in good form.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.